Angel Creations. Welcome back to my craft room. Do you even remember this face? Boy, it has been a long time. It feels like forever. I'm so sorry. I really missed being here. I kept looking at my craft room and saying out loud, I miss my crafts, miss crafting. But I had a wonderful holiday. I had a great Christmas. I will tell you the whole story. But the week after Christmas was a blast. That's why you haven't seen me. I had every intentions of getting on here. I'm going to be taking the price tag off the bottom of this little candle holder from the Dollar Tree. So I had every intentions of coming on after Christmas, but it just was not to be. It was just, I was way too busy having a good time with my grandson, who I haven't seen, in a year. I was there in Tennessee last year, and they came to Florida this year. So I actually kept him for his school vacation week, and he flew home yesterday. So it's been a real fun, busy week. Let me get my trash out here. So Christmas was a little bit of a bust. Let me start by telling you what we're going to be using today in today's craft. We're going to use one of these everything is Dollar Tree except for E6000 and the Waverly wax. We're going to be using one of these Dollar Tree candles, an ornament, looks like a bottle cap, their new style of candle holder. We're going to be using these laser cut hearts. We're going to be using one of the Dollar Trees. They come in a 2-pack. Actually, I just started seeing them in a 3-pack. If you saw them in my Follow Me Friday, that you can get these right now in a 3-pack. Battery operated tea lights. Some Dollar Tree pip berries in the white pearl and in the red. And then Waverly antique wax and some E6000. Okay, and then hot glue. So as I start talking to you and telling you the story, I am going to start like destructing things, but I will try to tell you what I'm doing as I go along. Try. So Christmas, I hope, by the way, before I get into my Christmas, it's not all about me, I hope you guys had a phenomenal Christmas. I know we all were dealing with frigid temps, no matter where you were, even here in Florida. To us, we were in the 20s. So to us here in Florida, that's really cold. We're not used to that, So there was a lot of generators going, and luckily there was a lot of wind, but we didn't lose any power or anything. It was just really cold where I am. Thank God we have heat, and because a lot of people in Florida don't. I'm picking the glue off of this bottle cap here. So we had heat, but anyway, Thursday, which would have been the 22nd, my children were on their way here. My daughter, I should say my children, my daughter, my son-in-law, and my only grandchild, my grandson Logan, were driving here. And the reason they were driving here on the 22nd is because they wanted to beat traffic and be off the roads on the day before Christmas, and so they figured they'd leave the day before Christmas, or the day before that even, and try to get here. So anyways, long story short, they were in a car accident. They are all right. Nobody got hurt, thank God. And I really do thank God. Going to try to get the label off this, but I'm not sure if it's going to come or not. Might just have to put the heat gun to it. But I'm going to try to get it off. It really isn't going to show either way, so it doesn't matter. So I guess I'll just stop at this one. This part is overhanging over here. I don't want that. So I'm going to get the part that is overhanging off. So they were in a car accident in Atlanta, Georgia. They were coming from Tennessee, and it was about 11 o'clock at night, and the truck, which was an F-150, behind them was not paying attention, and they had all come to a stop. There was traffic, and the car behind them, the truck behind them, just slammed right into them. Never stopped, never put his brakes on. And so that pushed my daughter's vehicle into the truck in front of them, which they probably could have sustained most of the damage from the truck hitting them from behind. But when they got hit and that pushed them forward, they hit the truck in front of them, who had some kind of trailer hitch. So that totaled their car between the rear end and the front end, because it pushed their radiator into their air conditioning and all their, it's totaled. They couldn't drive it. Okay, so the top is off as much as you won't see the overhang. This is going to sit on here, so we're not really, actually, I'm just going to paint that. I'm just going to paint that gray, just so we don't see it, because I don't want to sit here and pick it all off, and I don't want to use the heat and have to yell over it. So we are just going to paint over it. So anyways, they were all okay. I guess that needs a little bit more shake up though. So they were all okay, but they, couldn't rent a car because it's the holidays. All the cars were gone from Atlanta, Georgia anyway. And so they had to go stay in a hotel, but it's freezing, 6 degrees outside, and now they have no car to drive. They have no rental car that's available anywhere near them. I can't drive my car and go get them. They're 5 hours away. Not even sure my car would make it. I have an older car, and if I broke down, and the roads are outrageous crazy with traffic, and that's why they're in an accident. So they had to get a hotel. So they stayed in a hotel that night, and the next day is Christmas Eve. By 11 a.m. in the morning, they still don't know at this point how they're going to get their car home, because it's not drivable. All the insurance companies can't help because it's the holidays. And it turns out that the guy that hit them didn't even report this to his insurance at all. So when my daughter calls them, this is the first they're hearing of it. And so then because this guy still has not called them, they made my daughter wait until today. She's going to get a rental car tomorrow. It's been a week or more. They made her wait until they got the police report saying that their driver was at fault, because their driver never called and reported it. So my daughter's gone without a car all this time. Well, they get to the hotel and they stay in the hotel, and they wake up, and they wake up at 9. It's been an all-nighter for them. Now they have 2 hours to figure out how they're going to get their car home, and they have to check out of the hotel. So they buy another night because they can't stand out in the cold at 11 a.m. So they pay for another night, and by 11ish, they figure out that somebody's gonna come get them. My daughter's ex-husband, who they're still really, really close friends, and I love him. He's awesome. He comes in, gets George, my son-in-law, and brings him back to Tennessee, where he gets his truck, which is a big diesel, and they get a dolly to tow my daughter's car back. So by the time they get 5 hours back to Tennessee and 5 hours back to Atlanta, Georgia, they get the car, they start driving home. Now it's Christmas Eve morning, and my son-in-law calls and says, listen, I'm not going to tell you how, but I'm going to get your daughter back to you. You're going to have your daughter and your grandson for Christmas, one way or another. We might not be able to go to Orlando like we had planned on, or all those plans are shot, but I'm going to make sure you wake up Christmas morning to your daughter and your grandson. So I didn't ask any questions. I was just very grateful. So I painted that, and it's drying. It's not complete, but that's okay. I mean, it will get that way. I want to distress the inside and this outside ridge with antiquing, Waverly Antique Wax, because I want this to look older and distressed and rusty almost. Not quite rusty, just older. So anyways, so now they are on their way back, and now I'm worried again because traffic. And so they borrowed my ex-son-in-law's Ford Flex, and they're on their way back, and I'm really worried because of traffic now, and it's really cold and all the things that everybody was dealing with weather-wise Christmas Eve, and now they are on their way back. So they drove all the way back to Florida, to Dade City, and they got here about I think it was like 7 or 8, maybe 8 at night, Christmas Eve, and I was one happy mom, let me tell you, and grandmom, because they were off the roads and safe, and they were in my arms and in my home. And so yeah, so it worked out really well that way. We all woke up, they brought all their presents, I had all the, because for a little while we thought I'm not going to get to see them at all on Christmas, and I'm not going to give their presents to them, and oh my goodness, you know, it was just totally a bust for a little while. So we were all trying to figure out, like, you know, well, what are we what are we going to do? And I wasn't going to be able to have a week with my grandson like we had planned, and I had already bought, Doreen and I had already bought tickets for our grandkids. Her grandson and my grandson are friends. They used to live in the same neighborhood when my grandson lived here in Florida, and which is so cool. So she bought tickets for her grandson, and I bought tickets for my grandson. I'm talking $130 tickets for 2 hours at this place called Snowcat Ridge, and it's the Florida's only snow park, so it's pretty busy, and it's pretty fun. We had a blast. I don't know if I will put pictures of that in this video or not, but we'll see, maybe at the end. So I'm just dampening that so it's not so shiny. So anyways, now, so we bought tickets, and they're not even going to be able to come, and we're all like, oh my goodness, what, what are we going to do? Maybe we'll have to try to sell our tickets. And we bought it in advance, which I don't think a lot of people do because of this, so they're non-refundable. But anyway, long story short, they got here Christmas Eve, and we got to spend Christmas together. And so our original plans were we were going to Disney, and we had a hotel and all the things. And the funny thing is, our hotel included a Christmas buffet. Well, here we are at my house with no food. I mean, we have food, but we don't have a Christmas dinner food because I wasn't planning on Christmas dinner. So we ended up all going to Chinese food for Christmas dinner, and it was great. It worked out great. We just all we just all rolled with it. We rolled with the punches. We were all grateful and blessed to be together, and we knew it. And we were blessed that they didn't get hurt. Could have been worse. And we thanked God. Maybe something would have happened in Orlando and it would have been worse. We don't know. So I got the sides, the edges, and the inside all stippled with the antique Waverly wax. Now I'm just going to take my dryer to it a little tiny bit more so that when I touch it, it doesn't smudge off. I should have probably sanded it a little bit, but I'm going to do this. So then we had Christmas, and they had to leave the next day because they had to get my ex-son-in-law's car home to him, and they had to get home and try to figure out what they were going to do. She needed a rental car to get back and forth to work. So we already had tickets. So what I was saying is we had these tickets for Snowcat Ridge, and my daughter had tickets for my grandson to fly home. So for a little while, we didn't know what we were going to do with his airline tickets because he wasn't coming here. So it was kind of an upsetting Christmas. It just turned out, you know what I mean? But that upsetness was there. I got the call at 11 o'clock at night from my daughter crying that we've been hit. That's all upsetting stuff. And so it shook me up. But it all worked out in the end. But then I had another week of go, and just do. And although it was an amazing week, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. We made awesome memories, my grandson and I. I just loved having him. He's 13 years old, and every year I used to see him on a daily basis, and now it's not so much. So I have noticed such a huge change in him in a year, just so much smarter. And anyway, we had a really good time, and I'm really glad that we did. We got to go do the things. So him and I, the first day, I think we went mini golfing in the dark. Dade City where I live, has some really cool things to do. And because Snowcat Ridge, even though it's Florida's only snow park, it happens to be right here in Dade City. So we went to the first thing we did was the mini golfing in the dark, which everything glows in the dark. That was really fun. Maybe I will put in some pictures at the end. I don't think I took them this way. For editing reasons, they might be choppy. That's why I'll do my best. But we went miniature golfing in the dark, which was really fun one day. Then we went shopping all the way into Wesley Chapel. We went to a few stores there. And then we went to Snowcat Ridge was Wednesday, and we picked the best time, which is between 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock p.m. Because they do lights and music. So this is the candle that will be going on top, and I am going to wrap my candle with pip berries while we are talking here. And I have the white pearl, but any of them will do. I'm just trying to I'm making my stand be able to use it all the time, but I am decorating my candle because I want it for Valentine's. But you don't even have to take this step. You can, there's a million different things you can do. All right, so I am just going to attach my two wires together here at one end, just so it stays. And then I'm just gonna hold it and wrap it a couple of times around my candle. And then where it ends, I'm gonna wrap it again so it will stay, because my white one was shorter than my red one, and I don't want them to come apart. And then we'll just snip off what we're not needing here. All right, too bad it didn't go all the way around. I am just going to attach my wire and I'm just going to attach it with a twist. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just tucking my ends and twisting it around the wire itself. You could glue it if you wanted to. Okay, so now I have that wrapped around my, in fact, I might just put a little tiny bit of glue here just to hold it from falling in the back. But I want it loose. And now we have to take our stand, our candle stand, and attach our tray to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use E6000 and hot glue. So I'm going to put most of my E6000 on here first, because that's not going to dry on me. And I'm leaving space in between to put hot glue. Because that's going to be my temporary hold. And then I have my thing upside down, so I can just center it right in the middle. And if you're pretty good with your glue, you won't have any seeping out. Now this candle that we have fits in here perfectly. And it's going to be so pretty all lit up. We're just holding this. So after Snowcat Ridge, oh my gosh, we had so much fun. If you live within the, I don't know, 25 miles of Dade City and you have the opportunity to go to Snowcat Ridge, you should take it. They have snow tubing, and they have ice skating, and this huge igloo where they're making snow constantly, and you can make snowmen and have snowball fights. Not really snowball fights, they have targets. And they also have like a snow tubing bunny hill slope in there for the smaller kids, and you can rent your own igloo, and they have fire pits to roast marshmallows, and really just a good old time there. All right, so there's what we have. There's our little stand. And now, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but when I turn this on, oops. Sometimes these candles are so hard to turn on. I don't know if you can tell that that's a little flickering candle from the Dollar Tree, and we're just going to put that right on top. And then we're going to just put our little, we'll glue this up just a tad too. Just a dab of glue, just so this doesn't keep falling down on my, I think I took all that glue off, back off with my thumb. Now I am going to, so you don't see the candle right now, but this is what it looks like. You put the candle there. I don't know if you can get the effect, but it's going to be really, really pretty. Now, there is a couple of holes in here. You can either make that be the back, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these, what do they call these? Laser cut craft icons. So I'm going to pick out a pretty one. And they also have wooden hearts, and they also have them in colors. I wanted this to be more of a rustic farmhousey, you know, because we can use this over and over and over. I'm going to hot glue this onto where the holes are, but that would be nothing to pop off at a later date when I don't want this to be Valentine's anymore. So that's how I'm going to work that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, and I picked out a pretty little heart. I gotta hold it. So then he had a sleepover. My grandson had a sleepover after snow tubing. Doreen and I took both our grandsons to Chaz's house, and they had a great sleepover, and then he got to play all day the next day in his old hood, which was really cool for him. And let me show you. So cute, just like that. So cute. Very cute. And this is basically our craft. Just a sweet little, we made it a Valentine's craft, but really after Valentine's is over, we can take the berries off of our candle, and we already will have another, and we can take our heart off and put something else on. We can put some Easter bunny ears or whatever is coming up next. You can put ribbon on here. You can put all kinds of different things, or nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. Look, I have this candle, which I was going to do. I will probably put this candle. This is one that goes on a timer, not from Dollar Tree. And I was thinking all year round that would be a cute little stand for that. Just a cute little riser, and then a battery operated light at night. Wouldn't that be elegant? I think that's going to be so, so pretty. But for now, I wanted to show you that you could do this whole thing, just Dollar Tree supplies, everything Dollar Tree. So, and then my grandson and I went swimming, and I'm telling you, it was just a go week. And then and then yesterday, so then we took him he went home on the 31st, which is my daughter's birthday. I had a New Year's Eve baby. And so he went home. We took him to the airport, but we had to get up at 1:30 in the morning because we had to leave here at 2:30 in the morning to get to Tampa by 3:30 in the morning because he boarded his plane at 5:30 in the morning. So this old Nana was a tired Nana for New Year's. So Doreen and I got ourselves some of those bottled mojitos. We drink like once a year, and this is one of those times, and we were so tired because of course She's such a good old peep. She came with me, got up at 1:30, left at 2:30. And then when we got to the airport, they would not let her stay and walk him to the gate, so she had to go sit in the car for 2 hours, and I could hardly keep my eyeballs open, and I had to sit at the gate for a couple of hours with him until he got on the plane. And he was exhausted, I was exhausted, but we were grateful to have had the time together. Certainly I am still so thankful and grateful for that time. So yeah, so Christmas was not at all how we had planned it, but we all ended up spending it together in the long run. So that is how my Christmas, and I was in bed by 10:30 on New Year's Eve. We never even opened a bottle of mojitos. We were falling asleep in our recliners. So that was my Christmas and New Year's. And then yesterday I took down Christmas inside and out of the house, and here we are crafting today on Monday. So happy New Year to everybody, and let's do some fun crafts this year. If you guys have any ideas of something you want to see me make, let me know. If I can do it, I'll do it. Let's see, right? All right, everybody. Well, that will do it for today's craft. And this is a great time for you to give me a thumbs up. And we are at like 412 subscribers, I think. So I think I will start maybe thinking of a giveaway to do to maybe reach 5 or 550. And so thumbs up, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything to do so. And share this. I often share YouTubers YouTube channels on my Facebook so other people can see them and go try them out, and that's how people find me. So all right, everybody, until the next time that we see each other, I hope that you be good and do good. Bye now.